Hello friends, welcome to Phyniks Media. Today we will be taking you through American fantasy comedy film, Ghost Town, released in 2008. Let's begin. In New York City, while trying to purchase a residence for his mistress, Frank Herlihy is unintentionally killed when he is struck by a bus.
Nope! This is not Final Destination.
Shortly after, the annoying dentist Bertrum Pincus is unconscious for 7 minutes during a colonoscopy while being given general anesthesia. Pincus may then see and interact with ghosts, who beg him to assist them with unfinished personal business. If Pincus breaks off an engagement between his widow Gwen, a professional Egyptologist, and Richard, a human rights lawyer whom Frank accuses of being dishonest, Frank promises to keep the other ghosts away. Pincus finally accepts in an attempt to entice Gwen away from Richard. His cold-hearted prior behavior toward Gwen makes it tough. Pincus buys a new shirt and visits her. He captivates her attention by analyzing the teeth of a mummified Egyptian pharaoh she is studying and starts having a conversation.
Wait a minute! Dude! You forgot to remove the price tag!
Pincus has supper with Gwen and Richard, realizing that he isn't so awful after all, but he falls in love with her and she appreciates his sense of humor. Pincus and Gwen walk her dog and go for a drink since Richard has a work emergency. They relate their heartbreaking experiences about their previous relationships, and Gwen discloses that she found out about Frank's lover on the day he died. When Richard goes to Pincus for dental work, he discovers that Gwen has broken their engagement. Frank is puzzled as to why he is still alive since his unfinished business was to break up Richard and Gwen. Gwen, who is no longer engaged to Richard, accepts a 6-month job at an archaeological dig. Pincus buys her a keychain from a fancy jeweler as a farewell gift, but in doing so, he accidentally reveals knowledge about her that only Frank could have known. Gwen wants the truth, and Pincus tells her the entire ghost story. She doesn't believe him and demands to know what Frank's biggest fear was, which prompts Frank to lie to Pincus, prompting Gwen to cut him off. Pincus falls into a tremendous despair, and his colleague Dr. Prusher convinces him that if he decided to stop being self-centered and start helping people, his life would be better. Pincus begins assisting the spirits around him with their unfinished business on Earth, offering emotional support to those they abandoned and allowing the ghosts to depart. As he does so, he finds that the spirits remained on Earth not because they had unfinished business, but because the people they were close to had not let them go. Pincus confronts Gwen after realizing Frank cannot leave since she has not let him go, and tries to convince her to believe him about the spirits.
Dude, you stepped into traffic!
And that was a mistake. As a ghost, he stands with Frank as a crowd gathers around him and Gwen cries over him, and Richard arrives to do CPR. Frank finally leaves Earth after seeing how unhappy Gwen is and realizing how much she feels about Pincus. Pincus survives the accident in the end. Gwen enters Pincus's office later, while looking for Dr. Prusher for an appointment. He tells her about Frank's worst nightmare, losing his way home, which was the dream Frank told him before leaving. Pincus then guarantees her that Frank has found his way home.
Don't worry, dude. She will come back for sure. See, I told you, there she is.
And that's how the movie comes to an end. Please subscribe for more entertaining movie recaps and thanks for watching.